Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel, and in our top stories today from the New York Post, Trump weighs slashing China tariffs to 50 to 65% to help ease tensions, report. And you guys have to let me know down in the comments if you have been impacted by any of these price changes. Have you seen any differences? Have they improved? Have they not improved? What has been going on? The White House is considering slashing its steep 145% tariff on Chinese imports, in some cases by more than half, to ease heated trade tensions with Beijing, according to a report. So at least Trump is willing to be flexible and negotiate. President Trump's massive tariff on China, which could raise prices on goods in the U.S. and hamper company earnings, will likely be lowered to between 50% and 65%, a senior White House official told the Wall Street Journal. And I'm anticipating the news, of course, to cover this exclusively, but of course they are all preoccupied with 𝐀𝐦𝐚𝐳𝐨𝐧. His administration is also considering a tiered approach like the one proposed by the White House Committee on China last year, with at least 100% rates on crucial imports and lower 35% levies on items that do not pose national security risk, sources told the Journal. And here's the thing, though, when it comes to this, is that we learned during COVID how significant it was and how many things are made in China. Our pharmaceuticals, our supplements, the mask that we were needing, all these things are all made in China. It is extraordinary how many things are made over there, and it creates a major, almost security risk for the United States, as they were mentioning here, when that happens. And speaking of tariffs and pricing, from the Daily Mail, U.S. top phone carrier stung by instant backlash over price hikes. Now, we saw during the Biden administration was one of the things that I had mentioned often too. Not only were prices higher, but bills were higher, 16 to 18% more for me. Excuse me. It was extraordinary. The nation's largest wireless provider is bleeding subscribers after jacking up prices and scaling back on deals. Verizon lost 289,000 monthly subscribers in the first 3 months of the year, the company admitted on Tuesday. It's more than double the losses it suffered this time last year and far worse than Wall Street expected. Now, here's the thing, and this may not correlate with the price hiking, but the owner of Verizon, or one of the owners, I was thinking of Comcast actually, but some of these owners of these companies and industries and others are not fans of Donald Trump. So they take advantage of these situations sometimes to do these things to impact individual people, to also create an irritation or a rub against Donald Trump. I'm not saying Verizon doing that. I just know that Xfinity absolutely does not like Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form. So I know the Xfinity bill for me, Verizon also, these have all gone up. It's just extraordinary, but it's curious to see here. So customers fleeing in droves reflect the impact of recent pricing actions. Chief Financial Officer Tony Skidatis admitted on Tuesday's earnings call. Verizon, largest wireless provider in the U.S., has been steadily raising rates in recent years, with another sneaky change to contracts in December, particularly annoying customers. Yeah, they do this all the time. Verizon is just notorious. I mean, it's like not even a month or 2 months after having gotten my phone several years ago, you know, it was supposed to be a certain amount, and it was already raised by 5, then 10, then 15, then 20. And so right now it's 30 more than what it used to be when I first got the phone. It's incredible. So you guys have to let me know across the board. Let me know down in the comments section. Have you been impacted by higher prices even when it comes to your bill? So we're hopefully looking at prices on goods and services and so forth kind of coming down, groceries and so forth. But of course, those items from China and from certain countries where they're still in that tariff battle, there might be some price changes. But of course, we can always buy American for those goods that we can. But it's going to be an interesting battle back and forth as to how this is going to end up and how this is going to impact our economy. But I think that in the end, maybe even by this time next year, it's going to be smooth sailing. But it's going to be kind of a little difficult in the beginning. But I'm encouraged by what is happening, and it's good to see that Trump is flexible enough to have these discussions with China. So you guys will have to let me know, like I said, down in the comments section. How frequently do you order items that you know that are maybe from China or other countries that you order frequently from Canada or Mexico? if that is the level of detail through your purchasing power that you have here, or even with your services. I know Verizon is there, Xfinity, for example, cable. It's extraordinary. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. That's everybody on BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, and TikTok for your guys' continued support. And everyone here on YouTube, thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, and the comments. But, of course, below this video on all platforms across the board, except for some that don't have those below, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include TikTok that I just dropped by to check on. Things on TikTok are going quite well within just 2 months of having been here. So below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include TikTok. And, of course, if you order frequently from Amazon or are a Prime member, you can use my link down below. Your security is safe. Your privacy is safe. And, of course, speaking of online privacy, of course, we have a virtual private network. That would be VPN there. That would be the VPN that I use, Trust Zone. And what I did was I must have closed it out. No, here it is. All right, so if you guys if you guys check those out, of course, it does help out the channel. But of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments, do all of that, and it is greatly appreciated. Appearing there on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, that would be the icon for all of you watching on YouTube specifically. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way, you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.